Hey guys! Over the past couple of weeks, when I have been either working or in the house doing chores or running errands, I've realized one thing. I've been feeling a lot more lethargic lately. And my dad, who has successfully lost weight and kept the weight off in a healthy way, he basically knows how to eat right. So one day, I just decided I'm gonna try to eat like my dad. I sat down with my dad one night and I asked him what I should eat. So basically, I wrote down a whole list of things that I can and cannot eat. My dad challenged me to do his diet for 10 days straight, and I'm not gonna say it went perfectly or smoothly, but it went somewhere. So, what the diet consisted of was I had to eat no sugar whatsoever, like no sugar. And it was very, very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't have any sweets. The only sugar I could have was the fake sugar. And at first, I was also cut out from salt, but then I started kind of eating cheese, and cheese probably has like salt in it, I guess. So I didn't cut out dairy products because I was eating cheese, and I also started to eat protein bars. But nonetheless, this is what I would typically eat on one of these 10 days. Here you go. Alright guys, so I am going to walk you through everything I eat today. This is day 2 of the diet, and I just went yesterday to get the groceries that I actually needed for the entire day. So today's gonna be my full day of actually completing this diet the right way. So first of all, I got some oatmeal. This is the old-fashioned oats. You can use the quick oats. It doesn't really matter. These are just bigger. And you have to put 1 cup of these oats in here with 1 cup of almond milk. And you just put imitation sugar and cinnamon or any other kind of flavoring you like. You could also add pumpkin spice or something like that. After I put all of that in here, I'm just gonna put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes or so, and it'll be ready to eat. Okay, and this is the almond milk that I will be using, and you can just get any kind of almond milk, but this is just the one that I use. This is the sugar I'm using. I actually used this in my previous video that I made about like making my dad a birthday cake. So yeah, this is one of my favorite sugar replacements, and I'm just gonna put that in the oatmeal along with some cinnamon. Alright guys, and while that oatmeal is cooling off in the fridge, I decided to go ahead and make myself some green tea. This is the green tea that I like to use. It's the Uncle Lee's organic green tea, and the reason why I love it so much is because it doesn't really have that bitter taste that most green teas have, and I highly recommend this one. I went ahead and took the oatmeal out of the fridge, and I just finished my green tea. So now I'm just gonna eat this, and then my next meal will be probably in about 2 hours or so after this one. Alright guys, I know I look really, really ratchet, but anyways, I actually didn't end up finishing this. I ate like 4 hours ago. That's when I filmed like me making the oatmeal, and I just ate half of it and I got really, really full. So I went ahead and worked out. I took a shower. But before the shower, I was just laying in bed watching YouTube videos. So yeah, that's why it's been 4 hours, because I procrastinate a lot. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the other half of this oatmeal, and later tonight I will show you how I make the other dinners that I like to eat at night. But yeah, so stay tuned. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm only gonna walk through this once. I don't want to keep repeating it over the day, but whenever I get hungry, this is what I eat, and I make it over and over again. I like to save the oatmeal for breakfast, and if I want a snack, then I can just make a chocolate milkshake, which I will show you how I do that later. But for now, I'm just going to cook up a fish, and specifically tilapia. I'm gonna cook up some tilapia with zucchini and some spinach, and I will show you how I do that. So here is the bag of spinach that I'm using. You can use any kind, obviously. And also I just have this zucchini, and I'm going to wash my vegetables and then chop the zucchini up. So guys, I just want to show you my fridge and show you what I eat. So the only proteins that my dad has allowed me to eat are fish or chicken. So right now I just have like a bag full of frozen tilapia, which is really good, and I can just defrost it and cook it whenever I'm hungry. But for vegetables, he recommended cabbage. I have some chopped cabbage in here. I have some celery in here. And here I have zucchini and some squash. And here I have bell peppers, broccoli, and mushrooms. Yeah, guys, so there's a lot of variations. You don't have to limit yourself just to one vegetable. And just mainly focus on your green vegetables. Your green vegetables are the ones that are really good for you. But yeah, if you throw some spices in there, it'll be good, I promise. It won't be the best thing you've ever tasted, but it will be good. But yeah, I just have a tilapia here that has been defrosted. I defrosted this overnight. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys how I cook all of this. Also, this feels kind of cruel, but I think it's funny how I'm cooking a fish right in front of my fish. So I'm sorry, Chester. I'm very, very sorry. All right, so I want to cook all of this in just one pan. So I'm gonna start off with cooking up the vegetables, and then I will add my fish after I took the vegetables out because I do not want any cross-contamination. So I'm gonna put the pan on high, and the only cooking oil my dad has allowed me is like vegetable oil. This has 0 calories. I do not want to cook with olive oil because it just has a bunch of excess calories. So yeah, even though olive oil can be good for you, my dad thinks it's best if I just don't incorporate that. The spices I'm going to be using for the vegetables are this Kingsford Cajun style all-purpose seasoning, Louisiana Classic. And I'm also going to be using this Montreal chicken seasoning by McCormick. I'm making a YouTube video. I'm teaching them how to cook. Since my dad walked in while I was filming, I decided to switch to voiceover because I get really shy when people see me film. But this is just me putting the vegetables in the skillet, and this is how they look like when I first put them in with all their seasoning. I put some spices on my tilapia. I also used the chicken seasoning and the Cajun seasoning from before, but I also decided to add some chili powder, and I went ahead and added the chili powder to the vegetables as well. This is me just cooking up the vegetables and making sure they're cooked to perfection. This is how the vegetables look like when they're about to be plated, and this is me just plating them. They actually looked really, really good for a person who rarely cooks. I don't know. It shouldn't be that hard to cook vegetables, so anybody can do this. This is me just rubbing the spices in the fish. I know I look really, really disgusted, but I don't really know why I make those weird faces. But this is just me putting the tilapia in the skillet, and it looks like that as soon as I put it in. And then here's me flipping it, and I almost burnt myself. This is how it looks like when I'm ready to plate it. This is me plating it. I decided to kind of split the tilapia into 2 different pieces so it'll be easier to handle. Yes, you can see my bra, and I really apologize for that. This is the end result though. It looks really, really, I mean, I don't want to brag, but I rarely cook, and this actually looks decent looking. This is me trying it, and I really loved the way it turned out. Alright guys, now it is 10 o'clock, and at this time I usually start to get hungry again, but in my past diets I would not be able to eat because I try to not eat past 7, but luckily in this diet you can eat whenever you want, as late as you want, as early as you want. And I'm kind of craving a chocolate milkshake, so now I'm going to show you how I do it the healthy way. So first of all, the most basic thing you need is ice. And I'm using this NutriBullet. Alright guys, this should be enough ice. Now for your ingredients. You need almond milk, sugar replacement, cocoa powder, vanilla extract, cinnamon. Don't put too much cocoa powder because this tastes really, really bitter. I'm just gonna pour into the glass. Yep, see that big chunk of ice? I'm gonna try to do this with both hands. This has the consistency of a slushie, so you can either eat it with a spoon or without a spoon or with a straw. But yeah, there's some parts that are like really thick, and then there's some parts that are just liquid. So you can just eat it however you would like to. That's the consistency. Oh my gosh, it dripped. It needs some more sugar. I didn't add that much, but I can always just go back and mix it in. But other than that, it is pretty good. So this diet went fairly smooth. I didn't do it 100% perfect because I don't think I was supposed to eat dairy, but I started adding cheese. And also I started to have protein bars, which I shouldn't have because protein bars really tend to bulk me up. I don't know about you guys. So I should have just stuck to eating what I showed in the last few clips, but I didn't. I started to have more variety of things. The first clip you saw is the clip of me weighing myself and measuring myself on day 2 of the diet. So now here is day 10. Alright guys, I'm not 100% proud of these results because I feel like I could have done the diet a little bit better, but I lost a total of 3 pounds. And here are my measurements for day 2. For bust, it was 37.5, waist 32.5, and hips 40. And now for day 10, my bust is 37 inches, the waist is 31 inches, and the hips are 39 inches. So that is a total of half an inch lost on my bust, in my bust, 1.5 in my waist, and 1 inch on my hips. I feel like I could have lost a lot more weight, but I feel like I'm kind of proud of myself. I was starting to go crazy. Today's the last day. It's day 10 actually. My word of advice for you is if you want to lose weight and you want to have more energy, then you can try it out. You can try this for like 3 days maybe. This does give you energy. I think the way I have been eating has given me a lot more energy, and I just feel good about myself. But what I really hated was that every time I was hungry, I have to cook something. I had to cook. And I'm not used to that because I'm not really used to cooking. I actually barely know how to cook. But I do think it's kind of cool that I can just like make my own thing whenever I'm hungry, and I can know what's going into my food. So it's kind of like it's both good and bad. So I really don't know. If you guys really like cooking, then you can try this out. It's not even a lot of cooking. The only thing you have to cook is the fish and the vegetables, which are super easy to cook. I think I'm gonna continue eating like this, but not every single day of my life. I want to have some cheat days. In these 10 days, obviously I wasn't allowed a cheat day, and it felt like an eternity to me because I like to at least have one cheat day a week. And in this case, I went pretty much like a week and a half without a cheat day, which isn't that much, but for me is a lot. But yeah, guys, this concludes this video of the week, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if you thought this video was kind of boring. I promise next time I might do some story times. I do a part 2 to the Tinder story times because I feel like that got a lot of good feedback. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next one, and please comment down below on what you want to see next or what you think of this diet. Would you try it? Would you not try it? And if you like it, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.